Hi guys, I'm Nikki, and if you've never seen one of my videos before, then welcome. I am doing a bit of an introducing video because although I've done videos in the past, I kind of feel like I wanted to do a few more like sit and chats to the camera and stuff like that, as well as doing if we go out and do a really cool day somewhere. But yeah, I just thought, so what I'll do is sit here and tell you a little bit more about me because I kind of find that interesting. So here goes. So I am 29 years old at the moment. I will be turning 30 this year, which I don't know if that's scary or not really. It kind of is because 30 kind of sounds old, but then a lot of my friends are already 30 or more. So I'm kind of, you know, just hoping that we can celebrate it well. So I'm at home at the moment. This is my house. I share my house with Lee, who is my fiance. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Well, there's an engagement ring there anyway. So me and Lee have been together for nearly 8 years now, and we have been engaged 2 of those 8 years. We will be getting married next year, so that's really exciting. And I'm also on Slimming World because I'm getting married, so I will be talking quite a bit about that, no doubt, in my videos, because it's quite a big part at the moment. Slimming World takes quite a lot of planning, so and also there's some really good recipes actually. So I'm hoping that if you don't find it boring, I might show you some of my Slimming World favourite recipes. It's evening now, and tonight we are having Slimming World turkey burgers with Slimming World chips, which is quite unusual for us, but I'm looking forward to it. So me and Lee have no pets, which is something that makes me really sad. I'd love to have some pets, but unfortunately my other half Lee has really bad allergies, and he's pretty much allergic to any animal. And everybody always says, oh, you can get like hypoallergenic dogs and all this kind of stuff. Trust me, I've tried everything and he seems to be allergic to them all, which is super sad. Lee does, however, have a fish tank which is still up at his parents' house, so I'm kind of hoping that we can bring that down, at least have a little bit of extra life in the house. The only rule is if it's Lee's fish tank, then he has to clean it, which I think is perfectly fair, but I'm not entirely sure he does. So family is super important to me. It's probably one of the most important things. I love my family all dearly, and I spend a lot of time with them. So my family includes my mum and my dad, obviously. I have a brother called Paul, and he has got a girlfriend called Lizzie, and they're about to move into the same village of us, which is quite exciting. I don't see that much of him because he works away a lot, so I'm kind of hoping that if he lives, well, he doesn't exactly live far away at the moment, but if he lives nearby, maybe I'll see a bit more of him, which would be really cool. So Lee's obviously got mum and dad as well. He's got a little sister, and she's got another half, so that's Zoe and Josh. I'd like to see more of them as well, to be honest, but Lee's family live about an hour away from where we live. So we do try and pop up and see them, and sometimes they come down here, but it's quite difficult because everyone's really quite busy. But yeah. So that's the family. One main thing that kind of is quite a big theme in my life, and I kind of want to do quite a few videos and stuff about, is the fact that I'm actually dyslexic. Now, I know a lot of people are dyslexic. I know it's not uncommon, but it's something I'm actually pretty proud of because I believe that dyslexia kind of gives me a whole other insight into the world, and I really like that. And I think that dyslexia is kind of undervalued. I get a lot of people who I say I'm dyslexic and they're like, ooh, and like it's a bad thing, and I kind of really would love to start promoting the fact that it can be a really positive thing as well. So yeah, I'll be doing quite a few dyslexic videos talking about how it affects me, how it affects my life, and also like little techniques and things and help me get through things that I struggle with. One of those is the fact that I do actually have notes next to me about what I wanted to say, excuse the writing, but it's all written in different colour pens. So it's just things like that I kind of wanted to share that I do that make a difference in my life. So on to the probably more boring stuff. I work, obviously. Everybody works, don't they? It's part of being an adult. I call it adulting, you know. I work for myself, which is really quite nice. I have my own company. It's called Photobuzz, and it's I own 3 photo booths. So I spend most of my life at weddings, parties, and the odd corporate event here and there. I actually want to do a few more corporate events because before I did this, I used to work in the corporate world, and I kind of miss it at times. I miss kind of, yeah, the London vibe. I used to work in London, I loved it. So yeah, but I do love doing the weddings and parties as well because you just have super fun. So for example, me and my mum went to an engagement do the other day and basically spent the entire night just dancing away. It was just good fun. We also have a couple of family businesses which I do help out with. So we have Butterfly Hair, where we get hair clips which are from South Africa, and we import them in and then we sell them at different events and things. So one of my previous videos that I put up not long ago was at the Knitting and Stitching show, which took place in Olympia, and that was where we were selling some of our hair clips. So yeah, we do all that kind of stuff. We also do quite a lot of online stuff with that, which I have quite a lot to do with. I do like the photos of the clips and stuff to go online, and I'm trying to do more social media, but social media takes such a long time. Like, I know that's probably a really ridiculous thing to say, but I do find that it takes up a lot of time. My other family business is also popcorn, so we make and sell the most amazing tasting popcorn. I know I would say that, but trust me, if you ever taste it, it's so good. My favourite flavour is actually our jalapeno popcorn, which is rather yummy, but unfortunately I can't have it at the moment because I'm on Slimming World. Never mind. I'll look good for the wedding. So on to hobbies. Hobbies is the next things on my list. I have hobbies. This is kind of one of my hobbies, something I would like to do more of because I kind of enjoy it. I like being in front of the camera and I just think it's kind of fun. And when I was a child, I always wanted to act. I wanted to be an actress. And I guess this kind of fulfills part of that wish for me slightly, although I would like to get back into doing some like amateur dramatics, that type of stuff, and I would never give up on the dream of one day maybe acting in something bigger than just a local theatre thing, but we should just keep our fingers crossed on that and see how it goes, because who knows. Other hobbies I have, I really like to be creative, so I used to do art when I was back in school, and I actually loved doing oil painting back then, but now it's kind of a bit too much to get oil paints out and all that kind of stuff. So instead I do a lot more kind of well, I do sewing and I do crochet, which I'm absolutely hooked on at the moment, pardon the pun. I find all that kind of stuff really good. The only trouble is, again, it's time actually, because I don't get time to do it enough, and then because I kind of don't do it for a while, I forget what I'm doing and just kind of feel a bit uninspired. But then I go to things like the Knitting and Stitching show and I spend a fortune. Then I have really good projects. Now Lee's always asking me to make him something, and I was super excited because when I was at one of the Knitting and Stitching shows I found a kit to make Star Wars figures, and Lee loves Star Wars, so guess what he got as a present? He got the little kit, and I said that I would make them for him. Once it's done, I'll probably show you in one of the videos. And then one of my other hobbies is I do jiu-jitsu, which is a martial art. It's good fun. I love it. I've been doing that for as long as I've been with Lee, but I did have a little break in the middle. Politics and stuff like that, you don't want to know. I'll tell you in a different video, but right now we are not going to focus on that. But yeah, so it's one thing that I really love to do. Every week we go on a Tuesday night, and we actually rather excitingly have our own club. So Lee's been doing jiu-jitsu for I don't even know how many years, and he's so good. Don't tell him I told you, but he's really good, and he's a great teacher. Our club is called Enso Jiu-Jitsu, and our club colours are purple, which makes me very happy. I'm currently a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, and I will try and get some footage of me doing it. Maybe we'll talk a bit more in detail about jiu-jitsu, because it's pretty amazing and not very many people seem to know a lot about it. But for a woman especially, like, you don't have to be strong, you don't have to be able to punch, because I can't punch, and there's like, it's just great. It's a great martial art. We'll talk about that more in detail at some point. Anyway, that's kind of my hobbies. I do like to cook and bake, but again, it's time. It's always time for me. I'm sure that a lot of you will be able to kind of relate to that, but it's something that, you know, I want to do more of, and hopefully one day I'll find the time, but at the moment I'll just do it as and when I can. The last thing I want to chat about is dreams, because I have lots of dreams and hopes for the future, which I'm sure a lot of you do have as well, and it's something I think we should all do more of, really, because you kind of, at 16 you think you can conquer the world, and at 16 everything is possible, and you kind of think that one day, yeah, you'll really make it. And then I think as we become adults and you do things like get a house and things like that, you kind of forget to keep following those dreams, and that's really sad. I kind of touched on it a bit earlier. I hope to one day actually do a piece of acting where it's kind of notable, maybe, I don't know, TV, film, whatever, just something where I can actually say, yeah, I did that, that was me, because I think that would be super cool, and it's something I've always wanted to do, so not giving up on that dream. And then I also kind of, part of my dreams is to do a bit more with dyslexia, because it's something I'm really passionate about, it's something I feel really strongly about, and I would love to be able to one day inspire young people with dyslexia, or I don't know, other people, it doesn't matter who, just people with dyslexia, to kind of take a bit more of a a positive approach, because I think it can be awesome. I want an amazing wedding next year. Goodness knows how that's going to happen, but it'll be a good day. If Lee's there and I'm there and our families are there, it'll be an amazing day anyway. But that's definitely a dream for me, is to have a really cool wedding. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed my introduction video. I know it's not the first video I've ever done, but if you've stayed till the end, thank you very much, and I shall be doing some more videos soon, so stay tuned and I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.